Running with country bands, country bands. I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Can I like a billion bucks? Can give a billion bucks? No, I just make you feel mine. So now you're like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up in it. I bet you that she coming. You can't pay these lines. Never will I only need a crib for the dollar bill. Dollar bill. I done took your orange pill. Taking them, take it out, come here. Boom, baby, jump in location. You know that I'm a bad, girl, I live on a bad, baby, jump in location. Baby, jump in location. You know I'm a bad, now you missing with a bad. I love it when you drop it low. We can come fast. Make your body run for me, baby, yeah. Baby, know what that you know. We can body come to me, run to me. The way you do That girl used to love me like a color. I bet that she coming in, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking, yeah. Only need a crib for the dollar bill. Dollar bill. I done took the orange pill. Take it out, yeah. Baby, jumping location. Yeah. You know that I'm a bad, girl, I know you want it bad. Only bad, baby, jumping location. Baby, jumping location. Oh, you know I'm a bad. Girl, you missing my bad. Okay. Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Happy, what's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday. That was Cullinan coming out soon. I'm going to play one more jam, which is to be released as soon as TuneCore decides to release it. And it's called Heavy Metal. And then we'll jump into the Bitcoin price as we're looking at here. Once we break this trend line, we should head much higher. And then we're going to jump into why you should DCA, which you guys should already know why. And then we're jumping to some tweet. I haven't been on Twitter all day. I've been printing out paperwork, getting paperwork done downtown. Downtown is my new home because I'm always at the library and at the courthouse. And yeah, with that being said, let me get my vibe on. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you tell me what life. I'm on my journey. I'm on my journey. Nothing can hurt me. I'm from the ghetto. We had so heavy metal. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. Hey, they watch it. I'm from the ghetto. We had so heavy metal. Yeah. Nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm from the ghetto. Yeah. We had so heavy metal. I'm from the ghetto. Can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto. But we had so heavy metal. Yeah. My heart's like a mercy. Yellow tape around the head, I can't let you in. Tunnel vision, try to see it like at the end. I know they hope that I'm win, yeah. But I'm praying on my knees, so I say better days. Hope we break down my shell, I'm trying to spread my wings. Trying to fly away, do better things. I remember all them days they told me that I can, yeah. Ain't nobody more important me than me. She said she feeling me, but right now I'm just trying to eat. Right now I'm just focused on that chicken. My nigga hit me up, he told me belly stand on business, yeah. My nigga hit me up, he told me belly stand on business. I'm on my journey, nothing can hurt me. I'm from the ghetto, we had so heavy metal. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto, we had so heavy metal. Yeah. Nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm from the ghetto. Yeah, I'm only had so heavy metal. I can see it on my phone. In the mirror, getting can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto, but we had so heavy metal. Yeah, coming from the 407, riding on the highway to hell. You better watch out. We shut them down, open up shop. Yeah. They don't play, don't play. You know how we go down, then go down. Yeah, 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 yeah. These lights in it, it's mine, it's mine, baby, on mine. She's always on mine. I'm on my journey. Nothing can hurt me, can't hurt me. I'm from the ghetto, we had so heavy metal. Yeah. Nothing can stop me. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto. Where we had so heavy metal. Yeah, metal. Yeah, metal. All right, so that's heavy metal dropping soon as TuneCore wants to act right. So happy Thursday yet again. Bitcoin Chris checking in. We're going to jump into the Bitcoin price, of course. Make sure you head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get your $10 free Bitcoin and automatically DCA. Now, also make sure you get the Fold app because I've been telling you guys, get your Fold app. Get your Fold app, download it. Get your card. Get your card. Get your Fold card. 2025 and you don't got a Fold card, I don't know what the heck you are doing, right? Because you're supposed to been use Fold, right? You're supposed to been use Fold for anything and everything because you want to get sats back, right? So shout out to Fold. All right. Not only that, make sure you head over to bitcoindadfiatdad.com to get my book, or you can order it on Amazon, on Kindle, and all that stuff, right? So boom. So make sure you guys go do that as well. All right. So today I'm in one of the booths, right? Remember the booths I showed you guys in the Melrose Center here in Orlando? So there's 3 booths. This is the very first time I'm in this booth. Every time I do come here, this booth is occupied. But this booth is popping because it has AC. The other booth doesn't. This booth has lights. The other booth doesn't. So shout out to this podcast room or this booth or whatever it's called, right? Whatever this room is called. All right, so that's that. All right, enough of me yapping. Let's jump into the Bitcoin price. I gave y'all the levels yesterday. Did you listen? Probably not. But it's all good. I deleted the levels because I'm going to do new levels. But I will go to Twitter and show you guys exactly what I am talking about. Or you can just go to the previous live stream from yesterday when I was at the coffee shop after I left. Of course, a call comes in. Of course, a call comes in. Let me make sure my audio is good. Boy, Matt called me. Let me call him back. Everything's good, but I think I'm gonna have to look it up online. They could possibly do a everybody can challenge something, right? So the default judgment is in, but I'm gonna look it up on DeepSeek and ChatGPT to see what the terms and conditions are. But normally, when you have because you can do a vacate judgment, right? You can do because it's a default judgment that you can do a vacate judgment. They can do that, but we're gonna have to see, right? It is what it is. But for right now, they're in default, so it is what it is. Right, but you keep working at that shit. It's gonna come through. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Absolutely. So, you're going to be up there until 7, and then you said you're going to walk around downtown. But I'm probably going to donate, and then I have a sale. Woo. That should be able to cover what I need. So it's going to be probably a couple hours gross getting here. Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll be around. Just let me know. If not, I'll just do whatever. No worries. Let me know, Brad. Yes, sir. So let me know when you're for real getting ready to leave that area too. Just give me a heads up a little bit before. I got you, bro. All right, appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right, cool. All right. And then let me get to the audio, make sure audio's good because the audio will be tripping out when people call.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. Audio is good. All right. All right, let's jump to Twitter real quick. We're going to go to profile. We're going to go to click on the link in the bio if you need any help with the services that I provide. You don't know about the services I provide by now that I don't know what to tell you. Right? So hit that like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys hitting that like and retweeting DCA, BTC to 130 next. We're going to do some TA. But first, boom, here it is. Gave you guys, guys, gave you guys the levels in yesterday's second live stream yesterday, right? 25x, for an example, leverage at around, give or take 2% equals 50% ROI. You could have done a low risk underneath the previous candle low, right? Or that low right there, right? As an option. 500 into 750 in, I don't know how many, it was 17 minutes. So it was, I'm not sure how long it was, obviously, but it is what it is. Gave you guys the play. I drew the fibs from this high to this low, right? And I said, all right, I think we were around the 618. No, we were around the 886 level here. And I said, all right, well, we're on this uptrend, so the next level is here, right? And I drew this for you guys in the live yesterday. I'm going to watch that in just a moment. And then here is your second target that we hit. We hit 2%, right? 2%, almost 3%, 2.81%. And this one's almost 2%. You could have taken it earlier or a little bit later. 2%, boom. Right? And so if you would have did 2%, you do that at 3% ROI. That's 75 at 25%, 25x. That's 75% ROI, which means 500 into 875 or 1,000 into 1,750. Very simple way that I trade, very simple way to make money. And it's something that I gave you guys in the live. And here it is at 11 minutes and 50-second mark. Let me stop sharing and then reshare, because anytime that I change the window that I'm sharing, the audio does not come through. So let me redo it. Let's go to the 11-minute mark. That is your support line that I drew. Then I took the fib from the high to the low. Boom. We are around, like I said, this level here.
886 level hit, looking for 91,857.
Boom. All right, just wanted to show that because that was given to you yesterday in the live stream at around, like I said, 11 minutes. Boom. Drew that. Boom. And look at that. Now where we at? Or actually, I don't even know what time frame is that on. That was 5 minutes. That was yeah, that was a 5-minute chart. Anyways, too much data, too much going on. I'm not even really worried about it. I'm just trying to show you guys. I gave you guys the levels. That's all I'm trying to say. I gave you the levels. Hope you were paying attention. It is what it is. Now we're gonna do some more TA. Shout out to anybody that took the trade or did not take the trade. It is what it is. Just wanted to show you guys that obviously the TA does work if you know what you're doing. So here we are looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame. Okay, we're going to start on the hourly. Actually, we're not. We're going to jump out to the daily time frame first instead, because we're going to look at the bigger and overall picture. So we're going to zoom out here and look at the daily time frame. We are looking at market cipher included. And we are looking at, I have my alerts here at the 94 and 95. 95 and $96,000 level. We do have some resistance here, but I'm looking at 94, 94.6, 95, 94.2 area, right? And right now we are above 200. Of course, we have two of these crazy hammer candles. And market cipher's headed up. So daily looks pretty decent for now. Looks like an indecision candle for today. But as long as we are above yesterday's candle, right, then we're good. So looking pretty good thus far. 12 hours, zoom down a little bit. Wicking to the upside. 4-hour time frame. Came down the last 4 hours, so from 11 till now. And now we are pumping a little bit. And as you can see, I drew that flag and we pumped. Let's see if this measured move actually played out. Yes, it did. Played out exactly. Maybe a little higher. Look at that. Flag played out. Broke out, headed right up to here. Boom. So now we had a pump. Hit this target here, came down. We're bouncing off the 200, the 20-day moving average. Target is the 200. 94,000 is the next target, and it lines up with my alerts here and the previous highs there. So there we go. So that's that. Looking at the 2-hour time frame now, we're going to zoom out a little bit more. Green dot on the 2-hour at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here we are looking at a green dot on the 2-hour time frame. Money flow in the green, as you can see here. I've been telling you guys since Tuesday we've been pumping. So here we are. Boom. We could have went on Tuesday when money flow jumps into the green. Look at that. Just pumping ever since. How much is that? Let's check it out. You had the green dot, but dumps a little bit more. Boom. But that's why I say go to the money flow. Money flow turned green. Stop loss underneath that wick. Boom. And we are up. Let's just say you got in here. You just held it. You could have held, or you could have taken profits, but if you held it, so now you're about 8%. 8% times 25 is what? 9 times 25. I don't know what 9 times 25 is, but I'll do the math real quick. 9 times 25. 225, 225% if you would have held since Tuesday. So, a couple days. Even more if you would have sold on yesterday, right? Boom, at 11 p.m. Boom, you would have been up 11%, 11% times 25x, right? That is 275%. So, there you go. That's how you can make some money using Market Cipher. Link is in the description, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. Money flow in the red right here. Monday the 24th, and ever since then, underneath the 20 and 200, straight down. Look at that. All right, cool. So looking at the TA for BTC, looking pretty good on the 2-hour. Again, we have that green dot. Let's look at the hourly. You probably got a green dot there too. Yep. Hourly greened out at 3 o'clock. So you could have went long from 3 o'clock today. Boom, and you would be up a little bit. So there's that. And look at that. Boom, flag broke out. Retested the 20-day and headed higher. Red diamond here again on the 3rd, which was Monday. We had our first leg, second leg, third leg, consolidation, pump, first leg, second leg, third leg, dump. So boom. Market moves in threes. One, two, three. One, two, three. Let's look over here. How many legs? One, two, three. You get your three. Get your threes in. All right, so that's three. All right, so that is your TA. We're gonna zoom out and do some overall TA because I think the target should be. Let's see what our target's gonna be. Right. Let's go to BTC on Bitstamp. I don't think I have any drawings on here. Yes, I do. All right, we gotta clean this up. Remove 11 drawings. Yes, remove them all. Boom. All right, cool. So we're on the daily time frame. Probably gonna zoom in a little bit. I think the daily will suffice because I want to make sure we get the bigger picture here. So our high is 109, which is right here. So we're going to take the fibs, drop from our local high to our local low, give or take 78.3, give or take for the high. And then we have our targets here, right? And what I'll do is I'll just leave this up for future references where we do hit these levels in the future. Boom. And then we'll do the opposite of the downward trend as well. Low to high. Boom. All right. So here we're looking for the 618 level. If we're going to continue to head higher, this would be 97 to $98,000 Bitcoin. Boom, right here. Typically, we love to hit the 786 and 886. So these are your second levels. Boom, 102 to 105. If we continue to pump and get great news and nothing bad happens, we're going to go to 117 is your third target. Boom. If we still have this continuation and bullish momentum and bears getting clapped up in short, I see us doing this very easily. FOMO should kick in. We should jump to about, that's like a 10K candle right there, which we had a 10K candle right here, right? Boom. Boom. So that can happen in one candle. Boom. Pop right up. And then 159 to 159, 160 area is a longer frame target, and that would be how much from where we're at now. %, 40%, 30%, 13%, and 10%. Boom. Okay, we're looking for that 76%. That's great. All right. So that is the higher time frame Fibonacci levels that I have just drawn for you guys. Okay, let's go to the downside though. Boom. We gotta look at the downside. If you're a bear, that's fine. Uh, have fun staying poor, but it's okay. If you're a bear, let's look at the opportunity for us to DCA when the price goes lower because we're excited when the price goes down, right? We're not sad at all. We're very happy. So we did from low to high, boom, And so our first target, where we at? All right, we're right here, right? First target, if we do come down lower, would be 69, which is down to 70,000, which would be a drop of about 22%. We have a $60,000 level here, which lines up with our previous top for the last cycle, right? Or no, this is actually your support level here, 71,000. Somebody drop that down here. 71. So 69 to 71,000. That is your support level. My bad. My bad. So yeah, if we do come down this low, then I expect us to start to head higher and get all the newbies and the tourists out of here, right? Paper hands up out of here. So that is an option. We do have a potential downside of, again, 886, 10%, 33%, 20%. I don't know. I don't think we get down to those lows, but anything can happen. And the lower Bitcoin goes, the more excited I get. So you should definitely be in the same camp. And if you don't get excited when the price goes lower, then you have a serious issue because you don't understand the asset that you hold or own. And one day you will. Until then, it is what it is. We'll have fun staying wealthy. That is your daily time frame, overall long-term targets. I know I said 130, but again, the target is actually much higher than 130. It's actually 160. Actually, we do have 1.618 at 130 area. That's what I would say 130. Maybe 129, 130. 128 to 130. And then if we pop from there, 160. So we're going to have to watch how this plays. And this could all happen very, very quickly, especially if we're going to have the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, which is supposed to be announced tomorrow, right? But this could be a buy the news, sell the event, or buy the news, sell the event type of situation. So that's why you have to understand and evaluate risk and just be careful what you're doing, right? So hit that like, share, subscribe. That is the TA for the day. I don't think I did a short-term TA, so let me do a short-term TA for you guys. Let me do short-term TA for you guys. And let me go back to my other chart because I don't have anything. Let me let me also clear out these drawings on here. All right, so we'll go from local high, local low. It should be your local high, local low, local high, but that would be for a downtrend. We are doing a local high to local low. Let me do that. Let me do two Fibonacci retracements yet again. We're going to do high to low. Boom. This is hourly time frame. Okay, so that's why. This is a little bit longer time frame. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Let me do 30 minutes. Okay, let me jump into 10 minutes. 10 minute, 10 minute. I don't like 10 minute. 15. I can do the 15. I can do the 15. All right, cool. So we'll take the high here, low here, like that. 886 would be 92, 94 targets. 92, 94 targets. Looking for that. If this is a down, which we're not in a downtrend. Right now, we're not in the downtrend. Higher low, higher low, higher low, oh, lower high, or lower low, low, lower low. So That's why I drew this trend line, because I think we could pop here, and it looks like we're about to pop here. So I'll keep that there. Yeah, that trend line that I drew at the beginning of this screen is actual factual, right? Look at that. Look at that. Like clockwork. Like clockwork. Boom, popping up. 618. Your time to long was down here, right? Boom, at 2:30. And you got the green dot. And then if you would have did that, stop loss below, or even right here, right? Stop loss is that 87,564. And then now you're up 3%, almost 3%, 3 times 25, 75%. So there you go. 886, 786, 4, 5%, or what's that? Yep, almost 5%. 5 times 25, right? 125%, 1,250. And then you have almost 7% if we hit our first. That's the target that I'm really looking at here. Is going to be, this would be my long-term target. So it would be 94.2. And then I'm going to take where we are now. So almost 4%, 4 times 25x for an example. Right? It's 100%, right? Or 25, 50, 75, 100. A little bit over 100% because it's 4.1%. So again, just 100%, 100% ROI, 500%, $500 turns into $500, 1,000 into 1,000, 10,000 into 10,000. And that would be a short term 100 into 200, right? A short term trade, I would probably risk 25, $100. I'll risk $25 to make $100 for an example, right? Right. Drop 1%, which you got to be careful. So I'm not telling you guys what to do. Don't even trade, right? Especially if you don't know how to trade. But so 1% drop would be here, or wait until it pulls back and then hop in for a long, right? But based on market cipher, we're on the 15-minute timer. Let's zoom out. We're zoomed all the way in right now. It looks pretty good. 1 hour, 2 hour. Again, we looked at the 2 hour. We had that green dot 2 hour. I love the 2 hour. And let's look at the 3 hour real quick. Yeah. Anyways, you guys can make some money, hopefully, if you trade. If not, stack your Bitcoin and chill. Don't worry about it. Another great thing about these levels is you can say, all right, well, hey, even though I don't trade, it's good to know this because, if I'm DCAing, which we're going to talk about next, is I can DCA at, you know, smart levels, right? Instead of DCAing at the top all the time, right? I mean, that's okay if you DCA anyway, but at the top because you're going to buy anyway, right? Boom, we buy here, buy here, buy here. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point of DCA. But if you can buy a little bit smarter, right? Then why don't you buy a little bit smarter? That'll be the wisest thing that you could possibly do. Because why you'll be able to accumulate more Satoshis. Satoshi accumulation is the game, guys. And if you don't understand that by now, you need to do some more research and you need to study and you need to read. So boom, that's that. Once you break the trend line, so we're going to head higher. So we'll see if we continue to head higher. We have our 200-day moving average here in red, and the 20 here in black was blue up until here. Boom, and then decided to, come down here this morning. Boom, so that's that. Let's look at MSTR. You think MicroStrategy pumped or dump? Pump or dump? Let me see some chats. You think MicroStrategy pumped or dump? Let me see some chats. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Do you think MicroStrategy pumped or dumped? Let me see you guys' thoughts before we jump into the TA for MicroStrategy. It's 5:55. There's no way it's been like 45 minutes already. Yo, time flies. Let me hurry up and get up out of here. Real quick. All right, cool. MSTR. MSTR pumped at the opening up to 320, dumped here around noon. Well, it dumped here at 10, almost 11, 10:48 up until 12:47 for so about an hour. And then we pumped a little bit, and then boom. So the fourth was your time to get in. Boom. You could even waited till here. Actually, that green dot right here would have been good. Kind of fat. Let's zoom out. Here's your entry. You would have been like, all right, cool. As soon as markets opens, this is all pre-market, after market. Yeah, we can't really trade that at all. Boom. Actually, when we open, what do they do? They drop before open and pump, and then yeah, long-term strategy, micro strategy. Long-term, you shouldn't even be, you know, trading that unless you can handle the volatility. But we're looking pretty good. 1 hour looking pretty good. So market strategy should be pumping. I already went over this. I think I went over this yesterday. But look at that. This should be another green dot. Should pop up here soon. We shall see. Daily, we already went over that. DXY, let's check on DXY. And we'll jump into coin glass real quick as well. And that will be it for today. All right, look at that. Broke the 200-day moving average on the daily. Boom. Remember, I showed you guys this red resistance, which was support for a little bit. Boom, support, support, support. Broke. Resistance, resistance everywhere else, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. And now I was like, okay, maybe it's turning to support, but nope, broke. Boom. And hopefully we continue to head down to the green level, right? We're of support. So 101 already went over that yesterday as well. And then let's look at what are we looking at as well? We already went DXY, market strategy, and we can look at SPY or XPX or SPY. What's the difference? I'll do XPX. I don't know what I had going on here, but let's just delete all the drawings. Boom. Daily time frame. We are down at the bottom of the market sector. This thing been ripping for a long time. Whew. I thought I had a trembling drawing, but I'm not sure where it went, or it might be on a different chart. Boom. We have our crossover here at February 24th. Red to green, red dot here as well. Boom. That is your indication to sell. We came down from the 20-day moving average down to the 200. Boom. Here we either bounce or we continue to fall. And if we do fall, our next support level is here at 5,400. And if we lose that, then we're going to go down to 5,100. And our support is again here at around 5,400. So that's that. That is that. Let's jump into coin glass real quick. And then we're going to why you should DCA. Obviously, DCABTC.com. I'm going to go over that as well. Because DCA and BTC is the best thing that you can do, regardless of what anybody says, including your influencer on Bitcoin Twitter, right? Because you want to just stack what you can when you can, always and forever, right? So let's just say you did $100 weekly. You're going to do $100 weekly, which is low, right? $100 weekly, and you sacrificed and you've been stacking for the last, let's just say 5 years, starting 5 years ago, and you would have turned 26,000 into $68,000. If you would have done that, then that would have been excellent for you. That's actually 161% ROI, just stacking weekly. If you would have done that for about 6 years, let's see how much that would have changed. I would have turned 31,000 into 113,000. That's leaving you with a 262% ROI. So this is why you want a DCA, always and forever. And then you're going to do starting 7 years ago, where if you did $100 weekly, you would have turned 36,000 into 175,000, a 380% ROI. And this was starting back in 2018. Regardless of the pumps, right? boom, 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 boom. It gives you that opportunity to stack more. When you get that opportunity to do so, you just gotta go harder, right? Not to mention we do Bitcoin or we can do Bitcoin or stupid stuff. We already know that, right? I don't know where that site is. Where that site? There it is. Okay, that's not working for some reason. All these things I've gone over several times. Just recapping here real quick. I was talking to my boy Clarity yesterday at the coffee shop, and I was explaining to him, we were talking about. I don't know how we got on the topic of designer clothes. Oh, because he had a Louis Vuitton backpack that his homie got on. I was like, yo, nice backpack. And I was like, yo, that's nice. And I was like, yo, that reminds me. I was telling him how I got Givenchy sandals that I got back in like 2017, 2018. They were like $300. And I still have them to this day. And I was like, even though they were $300, they actually, they actually lasted a very long time. So shout out to Givenchy quality sandals, right? Because if you buy cheap sandals, you're gonna end up paying the same amount anyway, because you're gonna have to keep replacing and replacing and replacing, right? So Givenchy sandals were super dope, and they lasted me for again since 2018, 2017, 2018, like all this time, right? Mad years, right? Money well spent. But I was telling him how I got a Louis belt as well, and I was how that Louis belt cost that $800 cost me what? Where are we at right now? $90,000. So that Louis belt cost me $89,000, right? Because instead of me buying Bitcoin, I bought a Louis Vuitton belt, and ever since then, it's just like, yo, I don't look at anything the same. And we were talking about how when you look at things that in that way, it's like you don't want to buy anything else ever again. Um, when you can compare it to what you can have in the future, because that's called delayed gratification. So we're just going to go through here. If you bought Bitcoin instead of the iPhone 7, you would have 100,000 right now. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's around the same time that the iPhone 7 came out. And then here we have Wii U. Oh my God! And I have a picture with my son holding a Wii U. I didn't buy the Wii U though; his mom did. But still, crazy, right? Because my son had a Wii U, and if we would have just bought Bitcoin instead of the Wii U, or in conjunction and as well as the Wii U, then we have 2.47 million. Just hold it, right? I actually shared a video on my Instagram stories. I think I can watch it on here. Let me see if I can do that. Where I saw this lady that I used to work with at a call center back in the day, and she said that she should have listened to me to buy Bitcoin. Everybody says the same shit, right? Oh man, I should have bought Bitcoin when you told us, Chris. I get those messages all the time. It's very funny. But I'll go ahead and play it here real quick, and I'll see if it pops up. There it is. Let me stop sharing and then reshare, because I know that the audio is probably not going to work unless I do this one. And then I'm about to get up out of here, because they'll be like, you only got till 6:15 or something to use this room, even though ain't nobody using this room. Wrong. Wrong share. Did I tell you that to buy some Bitcoin?
About 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, been 5 years now. You told me about that then. You said, Emma, you better get on that if you want to invest in Bitcoin.
And you didn't? Yeah. Yeah, boom. About 5 years ago, she said, "I remember you telling me about Bitcoin about 5 years ago." I'm like, "Oh man, did you still have any?" She's like, "Nope." I was like, "Damn, it's okay. Just buy some more. Just buy some more. You'll be all right." I told her just use it as a savings account. The same information I gave her back then, same information I'm giving you now. You ain't getting none?
I did get some, but then I stopped it. I had mine in the cash app. I wanted to.
Oh yeah, do the cash app. I remember showing y'all.
That's how you showed me how to do it.
Yeah.
I had to do the cash app. Then I do it.
Well, I helped her back then. I think that was before I even was on Bitcoin Twitter. because I was telling people like, yo, she was like, yo, you was on it before anybody. You knew about it before anybody. You was so you seen what was coming. So it was just it's refreshing to always get those reminders as time goes on, right? From people that you have tried to help but didn't want to sacrifice or delay gratification or did not listen at all and bought XRP or some dumbass shitcoin, and now they're not up as much as they would be if they just weren't. I mean, everything's graded in dollar terms, and if you're pricing things in dollar terms, and you're already doing it wrong. And if you don't understand that by now, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to do more research and study. You need to be pricing things in Bitcoin. And when you price things in Bitcoin, it changes and flips your whole entire perspective, right? Because you're judging things based on pieces of paper. Shout out to Jeff Booth. Shout out to Max Kaiser. Shout out to everybody tuned in. And let's see, head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin. DCA all the way, because no matter what the price is, the more Satoshis that you accumulate, the better it is. Tomorrow, I'll share the video of Oliver, the two clips that I have of Oliver explaining Bitcoin, which are on my Instagram page. So if you want to just go look at it now, right? Go watch it now, but I'll break it down tomorrow as well. And then I will be doing a live on the default judgment soon, but I don't want to. I pretty much already won, but as I was speaking to my boy Matt about, they could always file a vacated judgment, or they could always try to stop it, right? But I have to find out more on how to challenge it if they decided to challenge it or try to vacate the judgment and all that good stuff, right? So I got all the paperwork settled today and finalized today. And matter of fact, I'll show you guys a little bit of the paperwork. Your boy, even the lady, the clerk, the lady at the clerk. I had my hair in a bun yesterday. So she was like, she seen me, and one of the ladies there helped me out super, super. She was super dope, helped me out so much. So the lady that was helping me out yesterday, my hair was in a bun, and she was like helping me out. She's so dope. I got her lunch and stuff too, because she was like explaining things to me that anytime I go there, like most people are like, we can't get, oh shit, and not they're like, we can't give you financial advice, and I'm not looking for financial advice. I just need to know how to file this correctly. And because if you don't file something correctly, your case can get thrown out, and you got to start all over. And then I'm not a lawyer. I didn't go to school to be a lawyer, right? You don't got to be. You don't got to go to school to be a lawyer, but you want to at least file your shit correctly, right? So that way you don't got to deal with going back and forth and having to refile. And you want to do the shit the right way the first time, so that way you can just have success or learn along the way. So this lady was helping me. My hair was in a bun. And I was up there for like an hour or so yesterday. So I come in there today, and my hair's down, and she's like, the lawyer done. She called me the lawyer. She's so funny. She's like, the lawyer came back with his hair down, ready for vengeance, because she told me that I needed to do. Well, she told me about that there was already a summons filed, because I had two cases for the same corporation, and they responded to one, but the other, because I have a declaratory judgment and I have a injunction, emergency injunction, and they responded to the paperwork's right here. Paperwork is right here. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of paper. You got to be organized. You got to organize and do all that stuff, right? So they responded to the. What did they respond to? They responded to the declaratory judgment, but they didn't respond to the emergency injunction. Boom. So I got the paperwork, right? And then she was like, hey, we already filed because when I filed, I did a summons, right? And for the summons, I only did a summons for one of the cases when there's two cases. So one of the summons was for the case that they did not respond to. So they have to follow, the rules and procedures, right? Because we have to follow the same procedures they do, right? Or anybody, we all have to follow the same procedure. It doesn't matter if you're a corporation or a living person, right? Boom. So there's a default judgment put in 20 days after the summary. They didn't respond. They didn't do anything. So I didn't even know it, right? We're here in March. The default judgment was in February 11th. So we're almost 30 days out, right? And then I went up there. The lady's like, hey, you already had a summons and they didn't respond. They're technically in default. I'm like, you're in default? I didn't even know I had a summons, because I have so much paperwork and I'm working on so many things I wasn't even paying attention, because they did respond to the other complaint as well. So I was like, all right, they responded to one, but they didn't respond to the other, which is crazy. So boom, they didn't respond, and then I had to look up because she just helped me like get the paperwork in order, because that's what they do at the clerk's office. They just get the paperwork in order. So I went on DeepSeek and I went on ChatGPT and I said, all right, cool, for Orlando, Florida, for the rules of civil procedure, all that good stuff, right? What do I need to do to make sure I file the default judgment correctly? There's like four different or five different documents that you have to fill out and provide for a default judgment. I'm thinking it's just one paper, right? For you to file a default judgment. No, you got to file a default judgment. You got to do a petition of the court. You have to do a clerk default that the clerk has to do. You got to do like I had to do so many damn documents just for the default judgment. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even know any of this stuff, but it's great to read and learn and do your due diligence. So it's crazy, right? So I have all this paperwork, right? And this is actually for the case right here, because I have uh, two two cases. And then there's the indigent form. So those of you that say that you need money to sue people, no, you don't. You can get it done for free by filing out the indigent form, which is there. Your state should have their own form. And then there's my motion for permanent injunction. And it's kind of hard to see. Injunction board. You don't know what an injunction is? Look it up. You don't know what a declaratory judgment is? Look it up. Boom! I got my exhibit. Exhibit. You got to provide your proof. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. Boom, boom, boom. Summons. I had the summons in here, like I said. So the summons was done, and I didn't even know. I forgot because I filled out the summons, right? I forgot I even filled out the summons. And then I didn't know they had 20 days to respond. So boom, they had 20 days to respond. It's been over 20 days, and I didn't even know what's going on. So shout out to the lady again. So I had to get her lunch for like hooking me up and telling me what was up. So I go in there today, finalizing all that extra damn documentation for the default judgment, and I'm just so excited because I'm learning so much about the courts and stuff. And I was like, yo, I would never thought in 1,000 years I'll be like suing corporations and banks and people that violate my rights. And then I'm also suing the city of Winter Park for violating my rights. Um, Winter Park, what? Yeah, I got the right and the wrong one, because y'all ain't gonna be able to keep doing. Oh, y'all can do it to everybody else, but y'all ain't gonna be able to do it to me. Boom. Here's my lawsuit for Experian TransUnion Equifax. They about to get served up too, as I've been telling you guys. Everything that I'm telling you guys that I do, that I talk about, I do. Credit repair, I repaired my own credit. Business credit, I got business credit, right? Um, I've gotten over $100,000 in business credit. So everything that I'm telling you guys that I'm doing, or that I do or have done or promote as a service, I've done it, right? So, I just wanted to show you guys the proof, a little bit about, you know, and show you the paperwork, because here's the even for the and I might have to move this court to a federal court for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. But here's the indigent form where I don't have to pay to file the lawsuit against these corporations, because first of all, the Florida Constitution says that if you were done wrong, that you shouldn't even have to pay to use the courts, and then that's one thing. But then you can just file an indenture form, right? Because I don't have any quote unquote income, because I don't have income. I make revenue, and on top of that, you're not supposed to have any money anyway, right? Everything's supposed to be in your trust, and you're not supposed to make any money anyway, right? Your trust is supposed to make all the money, so that way you don't have to be quote unquote taxed, and then you don't have to pay taxes, because taxes is voluntary. But you guys don't understand that, and you guys are super scared, and you guys are so used to doing things one way that you think that it's the right way when it's not, and you can opt out. And Donald Trump's probably going to cancel the taxes anyway. So what you've been paying taxes for, it is what it is. But it's just so much information. I went over accord of satisfaction, which is what the case was based on. If they cash a check, that's labeled full and full satisfaction of whatever is the debt or lease or mortgage or whatever the case may be, right? If they cash that check, it's done for, right? That is a binding contract, and that's what my case is about. We have a hearing for the first case that they responded to. We have a hearing at the end of the month, so we're going to see, because they try to do a motion to dismiss. I did a motion to strike, which means I want to strike that motion, and I gave the reasons why I want to strike that motion, and so we have a meeting at the end of the month, because they're trying to say that they're not held liable, and that I misnomered and misnamed them, because it's the management company doing there's a management company, and then there's the actual corporation, right? So they're trying to say that I can't sue them because, or I did it wrong, or whatever the case, because I'm naming them and they're not the actual corporation, but they can't be held liable. But under the Florida statute, if they're operating and collecting rents and all that good stuff, then yes, they can be held liable because the Florida law says so. Boom. So, so much information that you got to be able to do. And that's why I haven't been tweeting as much. And that's why, I've just been busy reading and, studying and coming up to the library and, uh, reading and studying and doing what I got to do and stacking Bitcoin and chilling and helping people out with their credit and helping people out with business credit and telling people what I've done and helping people get through and do what I've already done. I've already restored my credit. I've restored several people's credits. I've been in business since 2020. We're in 2025. So my business has been around for 5+ years. So shout out to God for, enabling me to be able to help people. Um, help people get houses, help people get cars, help people get business credit, help my brother get business credit, and it's very rewarding, right? Even though it can get frustrating and people are just like super impatient, it does take time, right? Boom. And now I'm helping people, get out of debt and, cancel these loans and discharge debt because of the law, right? The UCC codes and what's going on, equal consideration and who makes the money, what's the promissory note, where did the money come from? If the banks are borrowers, then who are they borrowing money from? Where, borrowing custody program, Federal Reserve Act, Section 16, all this stuff, guys. So, anyways, I'm about to get up out of here because they're about to come and knock on the door and tell me to get up out of here. And they close at 7 anyway, and it's already 6:17, so I'm about to get up out of here anyway. So with that being said, Bitcoin Chris checking out, hit that like, share, subscribe, and I hope I brought some type of value to you over the last however many years that you've been tuned in. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Go watch the videos, live streams that I've posted. Very valuable information on there that can help you out, possibly. Not legal advice. I'm only giving you information, right? Entertainment and educational purposes only. Do what you want to do. You're a grown ass adult. And stack your Bitcoin and chill. I'll see you guys in the next video. God loves you. I love you. Bitcoin Chris got went Super Saiyan, all right? Y'all like the dark hair or y'all like the blonde hair? Blonde hair look crazy, right? I know it look crazy, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, guys. The Bitcoin hoodies. These are my hoodies. I only make these for me. This is for me and my son and for my close people. And then I got my hoodies on bitcoin.fiatdad.com as well if you guys want to order on there. But it is what it is. Take care, guys. Peace. God loves you. I love you.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Running with country bands. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Running with country bands. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.